All right, we are live. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. Muhammad is his messenger and exalted Christ. And I further bear witness that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is the extension of the Son of Man. I would like to greet every brother and sister with the greeting words of peace, which we say in the Arabic language, Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings, family. This is your brother, Winford X, Knowledge 5845 on the gram, author determined to change, student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan by the way of the eternal leader, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I can never thank Allah enough for appearing in the person of Master Father Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever. I pray to Allah God that every brother and sister is found fine and well this morning. No matter what your condition is, no matter what your situation is, stop and take a breather and just thank and praise God that you're still here. A lot of people did not wake up this morning, but we want to be able to show God that we are worthy, and we want to be able to thank God just in a small amount of time and just show him that we do have enough intelligence to know that life is our kingdom. As long as I have life, I have an opportunity to produce more life, not just in a sense of having a child, but I'm speaking about being able to produce life from our mind, being able to extend ourselves far and beyond. So I'm thankful. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tapping in to your brother, man. I've created my YouTube page. Subscribe to the YouTube page, Winford X, brothers and sisters. I'm always striving to pour out of myself. I'm always striving to be inspired by the Spirit from the things that I've been through. I did 15 years in a federal penitentiary at the age of 19. I didn't get out until I was 34 years old. And, when I went in, I left a child behind. My child wasn't even born when I went to prison. And, my child was birthed while I was in prison. And I didn't get out until my child was 15. And I ended up losing that child, and I ended up having to bury my child 7 years later after me, being home. And due to shaping of iniquity, shaping of a street life, shaping of the things that was a reflection of that the child had to experience, that we all experience as human beings, being shaped in a certain system and having our minds shaped in a certain perception of what life is. Well, I'm thankful to Allah God. And the title of this live is, Who Are You Waiting On? I want to be able to just share a few words of motivation, share a few words of reminders, because reminders are blessings. This is what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us, that a lot of time we need that repetitious word of wisdom to continue to play over and over and over in our minds, so it can saturate in our spirits. So that's something very important, brothers and sisters. That okay, let me see. Let me grab some. We'll get on that. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. So, like I said, the title of this live right now that I'm doing is called "Who Are You Waiting On?" And I just want to be able to share a few words again, like I said, of motivation. Listen, I understand how we get off into religion. Yes, I'm a proud member, a registered member, Fruit of Islam, of the Nation of Islam. But I want us to understand that, let's not get caught up in the titles, because when we get caught up in the titles and all we focus on is the title, it seems like we unconsciously abandon other human beings, and that is due to the lack of understanding that we have of whatever we represent. I hope that makes sense. Whatever whatever your denomination is, whatever your ideology is, do not close yourself in and drown everybody else out, because that's not the goal. To be able to rise to your highest pinnacle, to be able to manifest the glory of God, you cannot box yourself in. So the title is, who are you waiting on? You know, I know we've heard traditional stories and traditional teachings of, you know, when Jesus comes back, and, you know, this and that, and we're still abandoning our life that's in front of us because we're so far in depth and steeped into when Jesus comes back. All right, that makes sense. Waiting for Jesus to come back in that traditional sense mean that we are misunderstanding and we are misinformed, and we are literally deliberately being taught incorrectly. So we will not be able to produce the power from within to bring the reality to our lives and be able to change the condition through the reality of the formula, from the understanding of how important it is to understand the Jesus that is coming back is already upon you. The Jesus, that figure, that formula, that mindset, that power, that omnipotence, God. Yes, there is a Christ figure, but the Christ figure is a vehicle that has come to speak truth, no matter what the consequences is, no matter what the repercussions is. See, in the scriptures, it says that Jesus says, knowing the truth will set you free. Now, when we heard that, knowing the truth will set you free, that can become very cliche. Oh, knowing the truth can set you free. We hear that and it's easy to roll off the tongue. But when you know the truth and it sets you free, it's a lot that you have to deal with to get to being free. There's a sacrifice of knowing the truth, and not only knowing the truth, but being able to manifest that truth, living in that truth. You have to be in the valley of decision. You have to make up your mind. Not just somebody, you don't have to get with mama and grandmama and the family and tell everybody to huddle up. When Jesus said, knowing the truth shall set you free, it's not about getting in a huddle with the family and say, okay, look, we want to get free. We have to know the truth. No, God is talking to you. Every individual has to have that understanding. Every individual has to have a vision for themselves, for your life, to set yourself free. And there's going to be a shedding of blood. When I say there's going to be a shedding of blood, I don't necessarily mean it physically, but I mean it spiritually, and I mean it mentally. Meaning that there are going to be some things that you're connected to that you love dearly, that in order to reach your freedom, you're going to have to let some things go. So the title of the live is, who are you waiting on? See, when we wait, and I'm learning this myself, when we wait on others to do what we should do for ourselves, it delays our success. It delays our peace. It brings about discomfort. It brings about misery. We let ourselves down because And it's a fear. That is a fear that we have in us, right? But that fear needs to be removed. Listen, I was listening to my morning motivations this morning, and I heard a woman say, she said, this is what she said. She said, fear will cause you to eat a slice of humble pie. To me, that was a bar. That was a bar, family. She said, fear will cause you to eat a slice of humble pie. Why? Because when you are fearful of something, you're fearful of not being successful. But that fear in you will cause you to get help. That fear will cause you to look in the mirror. That fear will cause you to humble yourself and say, I need assistance. If I'm going to get to the next level, I'm going to have to tuck my ego. I want you to hear me. I have to tuck my ego. Now listen to this. Ego. Let's look at the word ego. Ego. I got something for you. I got a new one for you. I got a new one for you. Let's look at the word ego. See, ego can keep us stagnant. Ego can hurt us more than it can help us. See, the word ego, I've shaped it as edging God out. Ego. When you think of the word ego, I want you to start thinking of edging God out. Because when you think of your ego, you may be closing doors because you may be judging the status of a person because you may think that they're beneath you. He can't tell me nothing. She can't tell me nothing. They don't have more money than me. What can you tell me? You don't have more money than me. We're missing the point. Because God can use any vessel. So when you hear people say, what can you tell me? You can't tell me that. I'm looking at your condition. You never judge a book by its cover because God can use any vessel. This is why it says, always be on your best behavior because you never know if you may be entertaining an angel. God can be trying you. God can be testing you to see where is your character. Are you humble? You may think you may get $100,000. You might even get $1 million. And all of a sudden you forget about everything because it's all about you. Ego, edging God out. You can't do that. You have to always keep your mind open. And when you keep your mind open, that means that you are loving yourself. That means that you are showing the God inside of you that you're humble. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to bless others. I'm willing to expand. I'm willing to extend the best part of myself. That's how. Now I want you now keep in mind, what am I saying? Myself. So the title of the live is, who are you waiting on? Who are you waiting on to show that the God in you have you in favor? Who are you waiting on? Everything depends on your mindset. It depends on your mindset. So brothers and sisters, I just wanted to come on and give you a few words of motivation, something that you could think about, a reminder, something that you could say, man, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense, brother. So it's a reflection. It's a reflection of who are you waiting on? Stop waiting. Stop waiting. We're all vessels. We're all conduits. So what we should do is we should attach ourselves to personal development. We should attach ourselves to self-improvement. We should attach ourselves to scriptures. We should attach ourselves to words of positivity. We should attach ourselves to that and allow that to become one with us. So we will start being one with that and we'll start moving in harmony. Yes, you're going to have days when you don't feel like it, but you got to push through. Push through. You say, oh, Jesus is, you're the Jesus. You're the Jesus. God has given you everything inside of you to produce new life. So if there's anything that I said, brothers and sisters, that have rubbed anyone the wrong way, that's not my true intention. But if there's anything that I've said of benefit, understand that it comes directly from Allah through me. I'm a student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and I'm striving to help him bring our people to the truth and bring our people to happiness, bring our people to peace from within. And I'm also striving to improve myself by doing what I'm doing, by extending myself, showing God that I'm worthy of the time that he's allowing me to have in existence. So with that being said, I just hope and pray that this is able to reach someone and help them, because we all need assistance. We all need reminders. We all need blessings. We all need that encouragement, that determination, that inspiration to continue to go forward. No matter what the situation is, life is our kingdom. No matter how dark our situation is, light is always present, man. So may Allah continue to bless you and your families. I greet you in the greeting words of peace, which we say in the Arabic language. Assalamu alaikum.